Hi, welcome back. Well, for the markets, we're static with the cut of around 0.8% at this point in time. The mid-caps are losing ground in today's trading session as well. So the mid-cap index is down around 0.7%. Volumes relatively higher. We're going into a shortened expiry, which takes place next Wednesday. So volumes at around 1.3 lakh crore is currently what we've done in terms of total participation. On the upside, like we've been pointing out, it is the clutch of the entire IT space which is managing to support the index from further losses, along with United Spirits, which is up around 12% and some amount of buying coming into the likes of Dr. Reddy's. So that stock is up around 0.4%, and ONGC, which is absolutely flat with a bit of a positive bias. But let's get talking on our personal finance space. Hemant Rustagi of Wiseinvest Advisors joins in, and let's go across to our first caller as well. Nasir Ahmed calls in from Guwahati. Nasir?
Yeah, hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sure, go ahead with your query.
Yeah, hi. Actually, this is for my daughter's education, and I have started investing in mutual funds. I have selected 3 mutual funds, so I would also like to include some stocks into my portfolio. So which stocks will be better?
Oh, okay. Hemant, over to you. Any questions?
Well, I think I would say first thing is very, very important, to start investing early and, regularly for a goal like, child education. That's because generally, the time horizon is longer and what requires a larger corpus. Now, he has mentioned that he has already started investing in some of the mutual funds and he wants to include stocks. But, my advice would be clearly that, for someone who is a retail investor who may not be well versed with how to pick stocks and how to monitor them, investing in stock may not be a great idea, especially, when you have to invest for a period of 15 years, one may not have the wherewithal to actually do that. So my advice would be that he should continue investing through SIP in equity funds. Besides, I would say a couple of things he needs to really focus on. One is that he needs to ascertain as to what kind of money he would require after 15 years for child education, and also how much he needs to invest, because sometimes what happens is you start the process without having a target in mind, and then you find out that after the period is over, you have a shortfall. So I think two things that he needs to do. One is to ascertain what would be the current cost of the education. Then based on annualized inflation rate, work out a target. Now, for example, if we assume that the current cost of education is 25 lakhs and if the inflation is 8%, after 15 years, the cost of education is going to be 63 lakhs. So he needs to focus on that target. And assuming that he's investing in a well-diversified equity fund, and if you assume a rate of 12% there, he will need to invest around 13,000 rupees per month. So I think these are two important areas he should focus on. Like I said, this will help him in remaining focused and also will make sure that he does not have a shortfall.
Okay, very quickly, let's go across to the next caller. Sandeep Kakkar has called us from Hisar in Haryana. Hi, Sandeep.
Hello, madam. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Madam, actually, I have a query regarding my mutual fund strategy. I have 2 mutual funds, HDFC Top 200 and HDFC Equities. Okay. So I am investing in these funds last 4 years. So last year में इसमें actually इतना अच्छा good return नहीं दिया मुझे सीट में. और जो इस फाइनेंशियल ईयर में ड्यू टू मार्केट इंक्रीज तो मुझे कुछ बेनिफिट मिल रहा है. तो मैं वैसे तो लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टर हूँ. तो माय क्वेश्चन इज दैट कि मुझे इसको जो मेरा प्रॉफिट है मुझे बुक कर लेना चाहिए या मुझे इसे कंटिन्यू करना चाहिए.
Okay, Hemant, very quickly, if you can answer Sandeep's question.
Yes, I would say that, Sandeep, that, the basic purpose of investing through SIP is to resist the temptation of buying and selling every time you see the market going up and down. The 2 funds that you mentioned about HDFC Equity and HDFC Top 200, yeah, it's true that for a year or two they were not, performing as well as the peer group. But let me tell you that these are fantastic funds. They have fantastic long-term track record. I think they are must-have funds in any investor's portfolio. So the important thing is you must have a time horizon in your mind. You said you're long-term investor. So if you define your time horizon, because that will ensure that you remain focused on that. In my view, I think you should not be in a hurry to exit from these 2 funds. As I mentioned, these are 2 good funds. So please continue investment and have a time horizon so that you can remain focused on them.
All right, Hemant, completely run out of time. Thanks very much for joining in, and that's a wrap on this edition of Markets and Macro as well. Business Lunch up next.